It's the first start.
Hi, John. How are you?
What's up?
All right. First question, Kelly, go.
Hey, John. Welcome to Houston.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Having not played in almost 2 years, how do you feel currently, and how was the first practice for you?
I feel great, man. The last 2 years I've dedicated myself to trying to get my body in the best position I can to have a heck of a comeback and finish my career off whenever I decide to do that at the best of my ability. So, and the first practice is great, man. Just doing my job is trying to be a leader, be the point guard on the floor, tell guys where to be, things I see. It's all a new adjustment for me, the whole most of the coaching staff and myself, and a lot of new guys we brought in. We're just trying to fit in and figure out how to make this team the best we can be, to go out there and compete at a high level every night. And we're going to make a lot of mistakes early on, but that's what this practice is for, training camp for, and that's what a couple of the preseason games are going to be for.
Mark Berman.
Hi, John. Have you had a chance to attempt to reach out or talk to James Harden since you were traded here?
Oh, yeah. Me and James had a great talk since I've been traded here. And, we've been friends way before this. And, through what's going on right now, it's because of the testing protocol and things like that. We're going to figure out what's the best decision when you want to get here and be here. And we've been on the same page since I've been traded here.
Tim McMahon.
John, following up on that, what is your read, having talked to James, about his stand with the Rockets? Does he want to be in Houston? Do you envision him being a Rocket this season?
For sure. That was the main reason why, talking through the whole process of what was going to happen with this trade, if it happened or did not happen, is one of the reasons that we wanted to play together. So I have high ability and 100% effort that he wants to be and be a part of his organization and see what happens with this team and see where we can go.
Adam Spolin.
John, DeMarcus the other day talked about how you two have kind of been dreaming and planning out ways to be able to play with each other again. What's it like to now be able to share a locker room with him?
It was dope, man. My first, I got here Thursday and I did all these physical and tests, and I was like, man, I'm in the doctor for 8 hours. I'm trying to get out of here and just see Houston a little bit, enjoy it. This is a new home, something new for me. I've been in a place in D.C. for 10 years. And on Friday, we got on the court for the first time, and me just walking out there and seeing he got the same color I got on and we're on the same team kind of brought back memories from when we was in college. And I know how hard he's worked and what he's been through the last couple of years to try to get back to being the DeMarcus Cousins he was before, and the last 2 years have been basically hell for me. So I know what I've been through also. So it's great, and we both challenge each other. We said while we're here and while we're teammates, we're going to challenge each other to get the best out of each other so we can have a heck of a season.
Bridget Condon.
Hey, John, I'm with the ABC station in Raleigh doing a story on you and Chris.
Can you talk a little louder? I can't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah. Is this better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm with the ABC station in Raleigh doing a story on you and Chris and PJ. Have you talked with them at all about, what it means to come from the same area? And is there an extra level of trust or teammate that you guys can just have that level of respect, knowing how you guys grew up and where you're from?
No, not really. I haven't, but like I tell people all the time, PJ was that guy growing up where I'm from. We both from Raleigh, and he was that guy that everybody looked up to. Going to Texas, going to Antelope High School, and then going to Texas, and then coming to the NBA. We all was excited about that, and that kind of gave us a lot of hope, especially me being a young kid from North Carolina that was talented, but didn't know if I could make it out. And to see a guy like that make it out is pretty dope. Chris is from Winston-Salem, and to read his story and see the background of that, you also can go to Steph Curry and read his background and where he came from and what he's been through. So it's all fun and excitement, and it's dope. I get the opportunity to play with a guy like PJ, and I know what he brings to the game and what he means to the organization and the team, and I think they all feel the same about me.
Have you talked to Chris Clemons at all? And, do you think you could maybe be that guy for him?
Not really. I really talked too much to him. Having him practice with him today was fun. And as one of the guys, I watch all type of basketball, girls, boys. If it's middle school, high school, if I can watch it, I'm watching. I love the game so much. And I watched him progress from being at Millbrook High School to going to Campbell, So I watched all that. And it's great to see a guy like that come from Raleigh that nobody probably expected to make it to the league anyway. And put up the numbers he put up and then have opportunity to be on an NBA team. That's dope. And not even in the past when you had Gary Clark here, he's from North Carolina also. So to have that tradition of basketball players come from the area I come from means we open the door for a lot of people, and we just want to keep opening that door.
Chris Miller.
J-Dub.
What's up, C-Mill?
My guy. You've had a couple of days to get down to Houston, to get yourself acclimated, being around people like Boogie and talking to James. But I want you to have this opportunity to say your final goodbyes to people in DC where you've spent your entire career. What kind of message do you want to send to them as you get ready for this next chapter in your life?
The message I posted on my Instagram and Twitter. It still feel surreal to me. Not to be in that building and be in that uniform and be able to know where I'm going and driving a car and being to see certain places and certain things I used to do. I think I did it the best way I could to try to go say my goodbyes to everybody that showed my respect and supported me through my 10 years being there. Like I said, June 25th, 2010, when I first got off that limo and walked on the red carpet and walked into that, it was a Verizon Center then, but now it's a Capital One Arena. I had chills. I was a skinny kid, 19 years old with no facial hair and didn't know where I was going in life. And they watched me grow up and be this grown man that has two beautiful boys, that has a family at home. And that's all I really can say. I love them. My heart is always going to be there. The way I touch the fans, the way I touch the community, that still exists to this day, and it will exist till the day I'm off this earth. I wish that whole team, the organization, the best of luck this year. But my main focus is with my new team, the Rockets, and what I'm trying to accomplish is come back and be an all-star player and be that player that everybody feel like I don't have no more. So I ain't saying a goodbye. I'm really just saying a thank you because I'll be back there.
Joe Abdullah.
Hey, John. Kind of following up on Chris's question a little bit, Brad talked to us a little bit about you coming back to the facility, saying your goodbyes. I guess, firstly, what made you decide to do that? And secondly, what were some of the emotions of saying bye to Brad?
It was definitely tough. Like Brad said, man, for so many years, everybody wanted to break us apart. And like I said before, outside of basketball, that's what our bond is. Basketball is a great bond to have with somebody you call your brother. But it's way bigger than that, man. I told you the story when my mom passed, the way he couldn't even focus on the game against Charlotte. And right after that, he drove down to be with me. That speaks testimony of what our relationship was. And still to this day, people are going to still try to break it up. But we had a great 8 years together. Like I told him, I talked to him since I've been here. I told him I wish him the best. Go keep doing what you're doing. Lead that franchise now because you're that guy. You're that franchise guy. This is what the organization wanted. And I can't take that away from him because he's earned that. He's one of those superstar players. And I'm still going to vouch for him no matter what. And that's what it is.
Thanks, John. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Saman Ali.
John, you were once someone who was an all-defensive team guy. Coming off this injury, do you see yourself getting back to that level, and do you see that as an area you can help this team?
I'm coming back on all levels. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, I can help this team.
Jonathan Fagan.
John, having heard for years what DC meant to you, what you meant to DC, to decide that this was the right thing for you at this time of your career, if that is how you felt, what made this the right thing, knowing how much you had to leave behind to make a move?
It wasn't never mine. My heart and my soul was with that organization. The hard work and dedication and sacrifice I made the last 2 years was with that organization. My whole mindset was coming back from Miami from working out in the summers to get back to DC and prepare myself for a season. I never thought this would happen. It's a part of business. It's a part of life. God throws his toughest battle to his strongest people. All I did was put the work in and left it in God's hands. And this is the next step he wanted for me and the chapter that he has for me. And all I can do as a young man is embrace this and move forward with life.
Thank you.
Jerome Solomon.
Hey, John, man, welcome to Houston. A couple of things. One of them real quick. How long have you been back to 100%?
Since like March, right before the bubble hit. I was playing pickup with the go-go team in DC, our G League team, and then I had the opportunity to practice with the team a little bit, and just the excitement I was bringing there was fun for me. And it was just a moment we played like a 3-on-3, 4-on-4 in Golden State in the Bay Area, and I was doing certain things that I did before, and I was like, yeah, I'm back.
All right, cool. And you've played for several coaches in your career, I know. What are your initial takeaway from meeting Stephen Silas and being around him for a little bit anyway?
It's great. It's all new. Like I said, everything is new to me. It's only my 4th day being in Houston, my 4th day being out of the place where I was for 10 years. And I'm still just embracing it. You know what I mean? But the most important thing for me, I was excited about was to get on that court today and get through a training camp practice. I haven't done that in 2 years. And that was fun. It was exciting. He seemed like a heck of a coach, some guy that's straightforward, not going to sugarcoat it. He telling us what he wants from us. And he's also let me be a leader out there and to orchestrate what I know and what I think is best for the team and what I've seen in my 10 years been in the league, going in my 11th year. And that's a fun thing to have when you have the opportunity to have a voice from day one. And that's what leadership is about. And that's something that I'm going to embrace, and that's something I'm trying to bring to this team.
We'll take two more. Ali Khan Bajani.
Hey, John, welcome to Houston. In recent interviews you've done before the season while you're rehabbing, you mentioned improving as a three-level scorer, primarily with pull-up threes and going to your right. How will that further elevate your game and allow you to better complement James?
Just play basketball. You know what I mean? That's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to be John Wall no matter what when I get on that court. But at the same time, me being out and me just looking at how much longer I want to play and what I feel like I can improve on, I'm able to do certain things that I wasn't able to do before when I was injured and playing through certain things. So that's when I felt like my game was going to evolve because I'm finally healthy and don't have those little nagging injuries that I was dealing with over the last 6 to 7 years that people will finally get to see at some point what I was playing through and what I was going through. And to be doing what I was doing on one leg basically lets me know how special I am.
And last question, Brian T. Smith.
Hey, John, having spent your career in the Eastern Conference, out of all the changes that you're dealing with, one of those is changing over to the West with the Lakers and the Clippers and the Nuggets and all these contending teams. What's that like to change conferences, have everything else going on, but knowing that you're joining a team that's, not just trying to make the playoffs, but trying to take the next level and being part of that in the Western Conference?
It's definitely fun. We know how competitive the Western Conference has been for years, but the Eastern Conference have gotten better too at the same time. But it's just simple as this. Like, I'm used to seeing those guys 2 times. They used to seeing me 2 times. Now I got to see you 4 times. Now you got to see me 4 times. So lace your boots up and get to it. That's all we can do.
Thank you, John.
All right. Thank y'all. You have a great day.
Thank you.